my opinion, TikTok is worse than Kick. I don't know if you're gonna think that after this video, but let's go see if that opinion holds up.
Think about it. A kid downloads this app, right? Ooh, Pokemon. Let's go to Pokemon. There are right there on the app, right?
He says it's a perfect setup for offenders to find their victims.
I'm sad. That's all I'm gonna write.
He set the parameters for who he was looking to speak with, and within minutes.
Why are you sad? And right there is where you got the open door.
If you had a smartphone in the early 2010s, there's a big chance you've heard of Kik. At the time, it was the biggest messaging app on the market. If you wanted to stay in the loop with whatever cool stuff your friends were doing, Kik was your go-to option.
If you thought a girl was cute, your first word should have been, "Hey, what's your Kik?" or "Add me on Kik." Keep in mind, this was before Snapchat streaks, before Instagram DMs. Vine was peak comedy.
That's what I used to use. Kik was an app that really just, I don't know. It was something about Kik. Like, it was just a good way. I don't know why we were using it, but like, it was just good to commute with your friends in middle school. You know what I'm saying? It was a good way to commute with your people.
At this time,
you could connect with strangers from all around the world within this small app, and at the time, that was huge. On the surface, Kik seemed like the perfect messenger app, but the problem was that Kik was almost entirely anonymous, meaning anything can be shared on the app, from people's darkest secrets to content no one should ever have to see. And you could have done this without fear of consequences. The same app that kept you in contact with your friends was hosting illegal markets, and dangerous of all, Preds. The worst part about it? 70% of Kik users are between 13 and 24 years old.
By the way, if you're using Kik now, you're weird.
How deep does this rabbit hole go? It's time to dive into how this innocent app turned into chaos. Reddit, I need your help. In 2012, Kik was started by a college student named Ted Livingston. Only 1 month after launch, 30 million users joined, but the app fell drastically. Users abandoned the app, and Kik's team went from hundreds of employees to only 19. Damn. Today, you barely hear of anyone using Kik. Why? Because Kik is not safe. Ever since Kik fell out of popularity, blackmailers flooded the platform looking for unsuspecting victims to strike. In 2018, a Reddit user by the name of Tormod300 found a stranger who he thought he could trust on Kik. But little did he know, he ran into his worst nightmare.
Chat, on any of these apps with the people that you know online, do not, I don't know why I had to share this to y'all, like y'all some of my children or something. But some of y'all be sharing all y'all personal information. Even some of y'all Discord people be sharing all y'all personal real life information with like Minecraft 69 or some dude that you met on Discord thinking that is cool, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Tormod explained. This all started around 3 weeks ago when a very realistic girl messaged me on another website. She provided me her phone number and asked that I messaged her on it. We talked on there for a while. I really got to know her, and we eventually switched to Kik. She asked for a picture of his school ID, and he gave it to her. This ID had his name, picture, and student ID number. This next decision turned out to be this Redditor's biggest mistake. Getting more comfortable with this girl, Tormod sent inappropriate images of himself to her, and that's when the trouble began. The girl began
name is Tormod.
Demanding money from him, and if he didn't comply, she would send his photos to his school. Freaking out, Tormod took to Reddit for advice. I was still terrified and was for several days, always afraid that the scammer would send the pictures just to spite me. However, as those days passed, nothing happened. I began to relax. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and months turned into a year, and nothing has happened to me since. This Redditor was one of the lucky ones, but not everyone can be as lucky, especially because a platform like Kik has very little moderation. And with 70%,
there's no moderation. It's literally a law, especially now it's a lawless zone, bro. That's why this video is even being made, bro. It's literally a lawless zone, bro. So chat, don't be sending, in my opinion, you shouldn't be sending like, especially some of y'all actually be stupid as, not y'all in particular, but in general, a lot of people be stupid as fuck. Niggas still sending shit on like iMessage and Instagram and Kik, nigga, and never know the other person be saving it, nigga. They could have that shit to this day, you know what I'm saying? But especially on Kik. On Kik is crazy. On Kik is insane.
Of Kik's user base being young, it's a dangerous combination, and we did an experiment to prove it. The experiment. So, we made a Kik account. We named this account Jason and he was 13. We searched for a group and found a public chat where you can talk to up to 100 people. Right away, you see inappropriate content everywhere in this group. And once you join, it only gets worse. As soon as we hit the join button, our inbox was flooded with inappropriate content and images. Even for some adults, these images are shocking. But what if I told you that this is the experience of almost every Kik user when opening the app, regardless of their age?
It's like one big virus.
Think about it. A kid downloads this app, right? Ooh, Pokemon. Let's go to Pokemon. There are right there on the app, right?
Since Kik's moderation team is so small, it seems like there's almost no one filtering suspicious accounts. And in 2021, they added live streaming to the app. This brought even
That's why, you know what I'm saying? He said he going, can I say his name? I don't know. Like, the Twitch guidelines be so crazy. But that's why DEO said he's streaming on Kik. Okay.
more suggestive content to an app filled with young people.
Back in 2013, it was just a texting app. That was it. The live
I
section
didn't know they did live streams on Kik. That's crazy.
is extremely and revolves around girls getting money from simps, or guys too.
Instead of Kik tightening their moderation, they encourage parents to add restrictions to their children's phones themselves. Every now and then, Kik will ban an account, but most of the time, people are allowed to do and say whatever they want. And in this next topic, a user took advantage of someone from Kik in real life. I want to take you to the woods. Before we can
That doesn't sound like a good idea for anybody to be like, who sees that and then be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Like, bro, that quite literally sounds like a trap. Like, just waiting to happen, bro.
continue, I want to talk to you guys about today's sponsor.
Okay, we're skipping those, but you know.
Video. This is MB. To many,
This nigga looks like 35 and 19.
was just a regular user on Kik, but to people who actually knew him, he was their worst nightmare. This story takes place in 2013 when Kik was still early in its life. Many people were still unaware of the dangers of this app. At some point during the year, a conversation started between MB and a young girl on Kik. MB would tell the girl he was 16 and they talked for a few weeks. Eventually, MB convinced the girl to meet him in real life. Little did she know that meeting this boy was a big mistake. MB was actually 20, but the girl had no way of knowing this. At some point during their meeting, MB would lead this girl into the woods and they would do things. And MB recorded everything on his phone. Luckily, the girl reported MB to the police and he was arrested. While in custody, law enforcement checked his phone. It turns out this wasn't the first time MB did this. In fact, the police found at least 3 other girls who he recorded on his phone and they were all young. In a letter to the judge, MB apologized to the victim's family. Unfortunately, at the time, I completely lacked insight into the severity of my actions. I pursued female.
Nigga, don't do a YouTuber type apology, bro. I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judge. Bro, don't do that. You're a weirdo, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. 3. The bro said, unfortunately, I lack insight into severe. Okay, alright, bro.
Females who were a couple years younger because they were easier for me to talk to.
Nigga, that literally sounds like a predator. That literally sounds like a textbook definition of a predator. That is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I pursued females who were a couple years younger because they were easier for me to talk to and they were more easier impressed by me being older. He's now serving up to 30 years. Taylor's story. The problem is that young people sometimes don't know right from wrong, just like Taylor. Young people are a huge target for creeps on any platform. When we were young, all we wanted to do was feel loved by people. The creeps on Kik love taking advantage of this. In a 2018 investigation by BBC, there were over 1,000 cases of this nature on Kik, and that's only the ones being investigated. BBC outlined a story of a person who they call Taylor.
Start off with a lot of just like selfies, but then it would escalate to like photos. It would photos.
Yes, Chad. The BBC is a news reporting like organization. The BBC does not always mean what y'all niggas have turned it into, Chad. It is actually a news organization. You don't have to put question marks every time you see BBC, nigga. That's what the news shit is called. The BBC, nigga. Like, come on, my nigga. Tighten up.
They call Taylor.
Start off with a lot of just like selfies, but then it would escalate to like photos. It would like photos. You can't explain it. It's you rely on them. You rely on the compliments for all of your self-worth.
Like many others, she was taken advantage of on Kick. When asked how many men have approached her, her response was shocking.
Over 100, possibly up to 200.
Yo, I'm telling y'all this. It's yeah, that's why Kick is weird, bro. Like, I can't respect a nigga who use Kick. I'm not gonna lose you. Like, just casually in his day-to-day lifestyle, like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Another girl spoke out about her experience too. She explained that getting on Kick was her first mistake. As a kid, I knew that the attention I was getting from people was wrong, but I was underconfident, in need of validation and attention. Grooming is rampant on Kick, and the fact that people can stand behind the shield of
200 men, chat, not like, you know what I'm saying, men, grown men.
Anonymity allows them to believe that they can get away with anything. It's the perfect app for illegal activity. The black market.
No way the
Because
black market's
chats
on
aren't
Kick.
saved on Kick servers, dealers of illegal items use Kick to advertise their products.
No way.
According to a study compiled by the Coalition Against Abuse, almost half of dealers on Instagram use Kick as a method of contact for facilitating sales. And thousands of buyers flock to Kick to get their fixes. And sometimes, buyers wouldn't just use money to buy them. A man named JM used Kick to collect...
This nigga, who I was about to say something crazy. This nigga looks like he steals furry costumes, I'm not gonna hold you, bro, and then resells them. I don't know why. I just feel like he's not a furry, he just steals furry costume and resells them to buy like dildos or something. I don't know, that's the kind of vibe that I'm really getting out of this, you know what I'm saying? Don't know. Bro has the ooh XD raw drink going on.
Buyers wouldn't just use money to buy them. A man named JM used Kick to collect dozens of videos of young people, but it wasn't just for himself. Once he acquired these photos, he traded them with people to get his
He traded them. Like he traded them. Weird ass nigga. Trade.
substances. He was finally arrested, but so many other people just like him are still on the platform. The Kick message that sparked fear. The last thing you would expect is for a young kid to be capable of ending the lives of those around him. But it turns out that this person who was bullied planned on doing just that. In 2018, a 15-year-old from New York was sending messages that sparked fear to his classmates online. The boy was apparently being bullied by his peers and was fed up with it. In a Kick message group that comprised people from his school, the boy wrote that he was sick of being bullied and that he was gonna take care of things. Kick.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I know everybody in school has that no snitching shit or niggas don't want to be called a snitch. But if somebody is being like bullied, or you know somebody really been being bullied, and then they text you talking about something, I can't take it anymore, say something like that, bro, you might as well just go pre-snitch. Just go pre-order that snitching already. Just go ahead and pre-order that snitch. Just go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. You know, go ahead and pre-order that snitch.
Kick decided to take action. When Kick was alerted about the situation, Kick contacted the proper authorities. When law enforcement caught up with the kid, they found that he bought a proof vest. They also found out that he attempted to buy more military equipment online. Michael Perez, a father of a 5-year-old boy who lives 2 blocks away from the school, also said that he was afraid to send his child off to school every day. We live in an age where kids' lives revolve around the internet. It's just insane to see how much it affects the way kids act. The father also talked about his experience going to school before the internet. When I was in school, this didn't occur much. If you were bad, your parents disciplined you. If you were bullied, your parents would go to the school.
Nigga, I don't think there's any, I don't feel like there's any use talking about it. Back in my day, this is what nigga, we're talking about now. So, I mean, you could talk about back in the day, but nigga, we're here. So, what are we doing now?
And they deal with it. Nowadays, it's gone horribly wrong. Even though no one was hurt, this incident really shook the community. Kick prevented this one incident, but knowing how small Kick's team is, many cases like this get ignored until it's too late. r/Kick Pals.
I do not. This just sounds r/anything sounds crazy.
A Reddit community called r/Kick Pals, and people use this subreddit to find friends on Kick. It seemed like a great idea at first.
That just sounds like the lamest shit I have ever heard in my life. People use it to find friends on Kick. That is just that's pretty sad, to be honest.
First, because you wouldn't have to rely on Kick's sketchy groups to find people. Most importantly, the subreddit allowed people of all ages to participate. But then, this rule changed.
You may notice that the final rule explains how users must be 18 plus to participate in the subreddit. This rule was just added 12 days ago and explains how minors aren't allowed to post their ads here.
In October of 2022, the admin...
The fact that this Reddit, like, this whole Reddit Kick stuff exists, it's just, I don't know, it's sick on its own, bro. Because I feel like, okay, it has this 18 plus rule on here, but I feel like this shouldn't even exist in the first place, bro. The one thing that a lot of people do, especially on YouTube or any type of social media, they just lie just to get into things, bro. And of course, you can't account for everybody like that, but I feel like we should just, like, the solution to this is just delete the whole subreddit, bro. Because who the fuck, like, if you're trying to find friends on Kick, I feel like there's an actual problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think, I'm not gonna lie.
Of the subreddit posted an update announcing that the rules were changed. In the post, they claimed the reason was so they could clean up this community. But from what? A YouTuber named Gubby looked through this subreddit and found some posts I can only describe as weird.
Good morning. I was wondering if someone could brighten up my day today. I'm kind of stressed and exhausted and I want to have a good cuddle and maybe we can go deeper.
No words.
You know what I mean.
And if you think that's bizarre, check this one out.
Just hanging out at home. Hubs is working and the kids are gone, so pretty quiet here. Please only 21 plus and bonus if you could send a pic.
It's so sad that these lonely people will go to these lengths. And even though they didn't make it clear why it turned into an adult-only subreddit, I think these posts speak for themselves. The forbidden community. With all the young people on Kick, it's not surprising that the worst types of people will come to take advantage of them. These monsters trade pictures of young people directly on...
Bro, this is so nasty, bro. Even like listening to this. That's one thing about social media, chat. One thing about social media is that I feel like every single social media has something bad about it, bro. Like every single one has, like, there's no one social media that doesn't have anything bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking Instagram has the fucking sex bots. Fucking Twitter is Twitter. TikTok, you already know about TikTok. Fucking 4chan, Reddit, all these. Like, there's always some bad shit in all these social medias. But Kick in particular is, like, horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Like, dead ass horrible. Why is it muted?
Kick. A former CP trader, codenamed Doc, came forward to tell his story about the picture trading community on Kick. He started off trading inappropriate pictures of adults, but eventually got pushed into trading pictures of people younger. At first, some of the stuff I saw made me horrified. Like, who would even keep this around? And why would people send me this when I didn't even ask for it? But over time, the shock wore off, and Doc began to trade these in Kick groups.
Trade is... Ew.
And this is what happens often. People usually make a gradual shift until they've lost all their morals. Another story involves a Kick user very similar to Doc, but worse. In October of 2016, this user named Bossier Cops Suck would start a discussion with another user. Little did Bossier know that the user he was talking to was an undercover FBI agent.
GG's.
Bossier told the agent that he had photos of his infant daughter. After talking back and forth, he sent these pictures to the agent. He was arrested.
Oh, yeah, he's done. He's done. Yeah, they gonna throw the book at that nigga. Yeah, he's done. He's done. Yeah, he's done.
Is now serving 25 years.
He was probably so surprised when he got caught, bro. Yeah, he's done. GG's. That's tough.
Story ends well. The criminal was caught before more damage was done. But in this next topic, the events that...
Oh my god. Yo, do y'all see what I'm looking at on my screen right now? Now, besides the fact that he looked like the butler from Wednesday, bro, abduction 10 years, murder 60 years, concealing a body 5, 20 years for... I'm not gonna just keep bro in there for indefinitely at that point. Oh my god.
That happened on Kick left a Virginia family with irreversible damage. I just wanted to make friends. This is Nicole L. Nicole downloaded Kick and began to chat with people on the platform. She planned on meeting new friends, but instead of meeting a friend, she found a person that would turn her world upside down. You see, Nicole was born with a damaged liver and needed a transplant before her first birthday. Now as a teenager, she still needed her anti-rejection medication every day to survive. Her illness and surgical treatment left Nicole with scars, and according to her mother, Nicole had emotional scars as well. Because of her condition, she was bullied in school, so she turned to Kick to make friends. One of her classmates said that Nicole, who was only 13, was even dating someone online, and Nicole wanted to keep meeting new people. So on January 27th, 2016, Nicole snuck out of her house at night, only bringing her phone and her favorite blanket. In the morning, her parents realized she was missing, and their panic set in. Her parents alerted the police and the search began. Law enforcement found out that Nicole was using Kick. They sent out a request to Kick to access her account and found out she was talking with a Kick user named Dr. Tombstone. She left the house to meet him, and his real name was David.
Very ironic. God damn, FNAF jump scares ironic because his head built like a tombstone too. Ears, god damn, nigga, like this nigga's just.
The investigation led us to 18-year-old David E. Eisenhower of Virginia.
David, you're a Virginia, we say Virginia Tech student. He's a Virginia Tech student. How the fuck you get no play? Like, so you had to stoop that low. David, lame man.
Tech student.
David didn't want anyone to find out that he was in a relationship with Nicole. So David contacted a friend named Natalie who helped them out. They both spent weeks planning on how they were going to end Nicole's life. David and Natalie were finally arrested, but when they were asked where Nicole was, neither of them could talk. But it didn't matter because soon after, the police located Nicole 90 miles away from where she lived, and her life was ended by this Kick user, David. Natalie said that she was excited to be part
18 years old, on Kick, college student by the way. Very, very weird, bro. 90 miles away, god damn.
Part of something secretive and special. But David is now serving 50 years and Natalie 40. Although justice was served, Nicole's family will never be the same again. Kick seems to be giving a platform for these horrible people to thrive. And because of their small moderation team, they can't catch everything. The internet is the most powerful tool we have for creating a more open and connected world. But please, be mindful of the people who you trust online. As helpful as the internet can be, it's also just as dangerous. The cases we've talked about aren't meant to scare you, but to give you the knowledge to spot these sick people and avoid them. Share this video with your friends and family so we can spread awareness about the dangers.
Alright, bro. Good video, good video. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, y'all got to be careful on these apps, bro. I'm telling you, there's weirdos on every single app to ever exist, but like apps like all these dating apps and Kick and whatever that Yubo, all those apps in particular, bro, are actually like hot spots for EDPs, and we really see it right here. You know what I'm saying? Like just straight weirdos. 18-year-old Virginia Tech student, like. Very, very odd, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't, don't use Kick, chat. Don't use Kick, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty weird. But plugs, don't touch that one either. I need that too. But good video though. Good video though. I BG. Alright.
Put the bitch back like I'm double heavy. Hold up, triple deuces. Put that bitch up, we got all the juices. Hold up, speak to heaven. Eat that by my mama, demon minute. Everybody chill, at least I want by.